Welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Wiryawan, and right now I'm in a hotel called Plataran Heritage near Borobudur, Magelang, and me and my wife, we're having a little staycation, 4 days and 3 nights in this place, and we're just gonna have a relaxing time together. We're not doing anything too crazy, and we're just having fun together, just the two of us. So this is our first day, and today we just had a little romantic dinner on the restaurant in the hotel and have a little walk around the resort and just taking a few pictures, and that's basically our first day. So we arrived already almost evening, and tomorrow we had a little bit more strolls and a little bit more photography and video to do. Nothing serious, just a little bit casual photography and video. So stay tuned for tomorrow. So a few days ago, I shared a video on my YouTube channel about the gear that I carry on this trip, and basically I just want to summarize the gear that I actually carry in this trip, which is not too different from the actual video that I shared a few days ago, but there's a little bit of addition that I want to mention in this video. So first and foremost, my main camera body, the Panasonic G85, and currently I have the 20mm f1.7 by Panasonic Lumix here attached to this camera, and this is really good for nighttime photography where I want to photograph things in low light situation or a little bit of video b-rolls. And my main lens will be this guy right here, the Panasonic Lumix 12 to 35mm f2.8. Today I haven't used it as much, but tomorrow I will use it a lot for sceneries, for general purpose photography and video. Next lens, I don't think I will use this. This is my portrait lens, the Olympus 45mm f1.8. This is a little bit more for video, I guess, for capturing close-up b-rolls and for portraits of my wife or myself. But I'm not quite sure about that yet. And this guy right here, the Laowa 7.5mm f2, will be my wide-angle lens. I managed to use this lens a couple of times already today to capture a little bit of photography and video of the overall sceneries from the restaurant, and it performs really great, especially in low light. And I'm glad that I actually bring this. I thought I won't use it as much, but turns out I will use it a lot. Alright, and last but not least, my secondary body, the Panasonic GX8, and currently I have the 35 to 100mm attached. So I don't think I will use this a lot also, but we'll see about that tomorrow. So this is my backup telephoto lens when I need to get a little bit of reach and photograph something far away. And for my non-micro four thirds camera, I'm bringing this Insta360 Go 2. So I managed to use this a lot today to capture some b-rolls, and I will put the clip of the b-rolls as I'm speaking right now. And also the DJI Pocket 2, which is currently recording this video right now. And basically that's all the stuff that I'm bringing with me. Special mention that I haven't mentioned on my previous video is this guy right here. This is my off-camera flash. So this is a last-minute addition, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use it a lot, since this is just a relaxing trip and I don't really want to hassle to do off-camera flash portrait or stuff like that. But we'll see. So yeah, basically that is all for today, and we'll see you again tomorrow. I'm going to show you a little bit of the surrounding of the hotel, so let's go with me. So this is the balcony, the terrace of my room, and as you can see there's lots of hills and greeneries, and then this is actually the hotel, and that's the swimming pool down there. And as you can see, it's a very beautiful kind of resort area, and this is where I'm staying. Alright, so this is day 3 already. I didn't really vlog yesterday because we're not really doing anything that much. Basically, we just have in-room breakfast, and then we went to the mini zoo of the resort, and then we checked out some animals, just relaxing, having fun, hang out for a little bit, and then we went to the nearby areas of the hotel, to some paddy fields and whatnot, to try to photograph something, but it was too hot, so we went back straight to the hotel and we get some spa, and that was really wonderful. And after the spa, we just had a little bit of light dinner in our room, and we don't really do anything much. We just kind of stay in the room. So yeah, yesterday is not really that exciting, but today it's gonna be very different. We're gonna check out a restaurant on the top of this resort on the upper part of the hill, and then later after that we're gonna go into another restaurant called Langit, or Six Sky in English, and we're gonna have a really great view from the top of Menoreh Hill and try to get some photographs before the sunset, and then after that we're gonna go into another round of spa. Alright, so this is day 3 evening, so we didn't manage to go to the restaurant that I mentioned earlier today because it was too crowded, and we're just able to visit the nearby resort and have a little bit of relaxed time right there and take some pictures of the Borobudur Temple. Otherwise, we're back in the hotel and we're just chilling around. We don't really do anything much. We went to the spa and eat in-room dining again. We didn't really do anything that much today, but actually it was really good for me because I was able to actually rest in this trip rather than doing extreme activities and become tired all the time. So I really enjoyed this trip, although we didn't really go to anywhere that much. And yeah, it's still an interesting trip, really something that I've been looking forward to. And tomorrow we will go back home to Yogyakarta. Alright, so I just wanna give you a quick overview and evaluation of the camera gears that I brought here that I use the most. So first, without a doubt, is this guy right here, the Panasonic G85, as well as this lens right here, the Panasonic 12 to 35mm f2.8. So these guys are being used the most when it comes to still photography, general out and about, as well as for recording video, especially for B-rolls. Next, the lens right here, Panasonic Lumix 20mm f1.7. This is also used a lot, especially when I have that romantic dinner on the first day on the evening. This is very handy when it comes to lower light situation, and because it's a little bit zoomed in when compared to this guy right here at 12mm, 20mm will give you more background blur and a little bit more focus on the subject. Next, I managed to use the Laowa 7.5mm f2 a few times actually, and I was really surprised that I'm using this lens more than I thought because wide angle is actually pretty crucial to capture a lot of the sceneries right here. And I also use this guy right here, the 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6. I managed to use this to capture the Borobudur Temple from the resort today. So yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna use it, but I actually used it at least a couple of times today. And also the secondary body is actually quite useful because I can have secondary lens on the Panasonic GX8 right here, so I can have 2 focal lengths ready at all times. The lens that didn't get used at all is this guy right here, the Olympus 45mm f1.8. We didn't get a chance to do portraits or that kind of things, so I don't really use this lens on this trip, but it's alright. It's still a pretty lightweight lens, so that it's not bothering me too much with its weight. Also, I didn't get a chance to use the off-camera flash rig because as I said earlier, there's not much chance for me to do portraits of my wife. And when it comes to non-micro four thirds gear, I actually pretty enjoy bringing the DJI Pocket 2 that's currently recording this video right now, because I can do a little bit of vlogging with it and it's quite easy to use as well. And surprisingly, I'm using the Insta360 Go 2 a lot in this trip because it's just so convenient. I can just put it inside my pocket, and when I want to record something, a video especially, I can just open it up and then press record immediately and get the footage that I need. So that's a little bit of the rundown of the gear that I'm using on this trip, so I can better plan for next trip, and hopefully this is useful for you guys.